Oops, nearly started streaming by mistake. Hello and welcome back to my craft room. It's time for my daily catch up on celebrating 61. Now I'm going to go straight to my desk. You will notice it's even more of a mess than usual. Underneath here, full disclosure, I'm in the middle of what I'm calling a bead blitz. I'm catching up on some jewellery making because I've got just loads of bead boxes I haven't used, so I've been doing that today, and I can't bring myself to put it all away just to get it out again to do this. So what I've done is dump all of my silk. This is where I keep all my silk pieces and all the other bits and bobs. Oh no, that's my scrunchie. That's where that went. All my other bits and bobs that I got in the bazaar scrap bags. There's the sari ribbon from Steph Francis. Yeah, so I've just dumped that on top, and here's the little basket that has most of my celebrating 61 stuff. So the prompt that I pulled for yesterday, which was day 11, I couldn't believe it, was internet, and with this little kind of chain link symbol, and this is my stitched version of it. So the piece that I pulled was square this time. It was this lovely orange, like a real sort of deep kind of burnt orange silk. Here's the thread that I used. This is another one of the Steph Francis threads. I love this one. Fortunately, this time I knew that I realised that it was stranded cotton. Last time I used it, it was a bit dark downstairs, and I didn't realise it was stranded cotton, and used it all six strands. So this time, not only did it go a bit further, but it was a bit easier to use on the silk. And I love how the colours came out. I hope it's going to show nicely. Yeah, all those colours from one piece of stranded cotton. Amazing. So that's that. Now it's time for the drum roll, the exciting bit. I don't know quite how I'm going to do this. So I think I'm going to put all of the, let's take out the usual suspects, put all of my silk pieces there, and then I've got all of my prompts in here. Okay, so this has got all the silk pieces in it. I'm going to look away and pick a silk piece. Be a fun colour, be a fun colour. Oh, that's all right. I think I've had another piece of this one. I think this might be, oh, it's also lost its backing. This might be another piece of this one. Yes, but that's okay. So I will need to find the missing backing and either get the iron out or just stitch that in. I've had the cup, there it is. I had another one where it had come off, and rather than get the iron out, I just stitched it on. So that's fine. Either way, it just gives me a bit more stability. Just gives a bit more stability to the silk to allow me to kind of embroider into it. So that's that. Now, time for the prompt. Oh, I've got loads of pieces there. Right, just one. Fragrance. And I've drawn a candle, like a nightlight, to symbolise a fragrance. I'm really affected by smells. I have a bit of a tendency to sniff everything, and horrible smells really upset me. And sometimes I find smells horrible that other people don't mind, but there are certain smells that really bug me, and certain smells I absolutely love, and not all of them are fragrances, like perfume type fragrances. Like, I love that smell that you get when it rains after a dry spell, which I've relatively recently learned is called petrichor, and now I've forgotten. Now my son explained the science behind it, but you'll know that smell when it's been really dry for ages and then it rains. Look it up, petrichor. I'm not going to even try to explain the science of it because I'll probably make a fool of myself. So that's a lovely smell, and I think, along with music, smell is one of the most evocative things. One of the things that brings back memories the most, like I only have to smell freesias and I'm straight back to when I had my newborn babies, my both my sons. When both my sons were born, my husband brought me freesias, and so yeah, that smell still brings it back. Also, so does the smell of Comfort fabric conditioner. I washed a lot of nappies in those days. Yeah, fragrance, yeah. The smell of fresh washing, the smell of some of the amazing fragrant candles that you can get, flowers, yeah, fragrance really lifts your mood. Really, I've heard that in some Japanese factories they actually pipe fragrance out into the workplace, things that will kind of energize people and you know, uplifting smells, which I think is a brilliant idea. Anyway, that's me. I could waffle on about fragrance for hours, but I won't. I'm going to crack on and finish this piece of jewellery I was in the middle of, and then I'm going to go downstairs and watch a film and do my piece for the day. I seem to be picking out way more rectangles than squares, and yet when you look at the plan, yeah, that's it, because I totted them up on the back here. I totted them up. There are 28 of the rectangles and 32 of the squares, and yet I'm definitely pulling more rectangles. That's strange, isn't it? I don't know why that is. But anyway, enough waffle. Oops. Thanks very much for joining me. I'll see you again tomorrow and show you how I got on with today's and pull tomorrow's prompt. Did I already say? Yes, I think I did. Thanks very much for joining me, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.